can call Chris. Don't you have his number?
That's cool.
It is a very, very special time for us every year to be able to single out a franchise company that embodies. There it is. Gary, it's for you.
Celtics won?
To single out a franchise company that embodies the spirit of collaboration that the AFD seeks to put on a pedestal and to identify. And this year, as you know, our Franchisor of the Year award is pre-announced. There's no suspense to it, so you don't get to hear any nominees. We've vetted you and for specific things. And Mary Ella Young, I'd like you to come up and help me with us. And Julie Golden.
Should have prepared me so I could leave out a speech.
And I probably should also invite Linda Gilden. It's an oddity that we do this. Mariella is a franchisee. Julie Golden, as you already know, is a big-time customer. Linda Gillen, also a member of our staff, was the manager of the Curves in San Diego that brought Julie into our family. And Julie brought Linda. So we're sort of covering the whole range of Curves. And I'm going to have Mariella say a few words in a moment, but Mariella, I'm going to take a moment first. The franchisors that are involved with the AFD, and I'm looking right at you, Gary and Mike, they're here because they have figured out that their franchisees are key components to the success of their business. And they have adopted a way of running their businesses which is based upon collaboration, mutual respect, listening to each other, negotiating the hard decisions so that everybody wins. And the AFD's mission is to define that kind of franchising, what we call our fair franchising standards and our vision of total quality franchising, and then search for companies that embody it, put those companies on the highest pedestal we possibly can. And hopefully you keep on wanting to do just what you've been doing to continue to do that. The AFD is not is an organization that's dedicated, and as our friends from Settle In and Accord that have been with us for a number of years, and Meineke, which is one of what I call them our poster child because they went through a lot of wars together, but through collaboration, got through a lot of their struggles, have embodied our vision of total quality franchising. Now it's our turn to recognize the Curves enterprise, the Curves International, that has embraced the right of their franchisees to organize, has taken the unprecedented, in my mind, step of financing them, but financing them to be autonomous and independent, to allow them to hire and to help subsidize the hiring of a preeminent, in my mind, executive director, a longtime friend of our family, engage at the franchisor's expense the firm of Dady & Garner to provide quality legal counsel on an unbiased format. It's an extraordinary statement that you've made, and a risky one, but one that we're going to honor you for tonight, and to recognize you very proudly as our Franchisor of the Year. And before I do that, I'm going to ask Mariella Young to come up and say a few words.
Thank you. Gary and Diane Haven, along with Mike Raymond and the entire executive team at Curves International, have supported the CFA from inception. And we are very appreciative that the AAFD has chosen Curves International as the recipient of the Franchisor of the Year award. We've collaborated on many aspects of strengthening the brand, from daily operations to future innovations, and this cooperation allows us, the CFA, to be an independent franchisee association. So on behalf of the CFA and the AFD, it's my honor to help present the 2009 Total Quality Franchising Award for Franchisor of the Year to Curves International, Gary and Diane Haven, Mike Raymond, and the entire executive team. Thank you so much.
Notice how he went for the hug instead of the heart.
I don't know how to follow that, but you did notice how we hugged, and out there in the franchise world, I'm wondering if that's very common between the franchisor and the franchisee. It ought to be. It's really, getting an award is really nice, but to get an award for being nice is even nicer. And I don't know why it's so hard to be nice to people. We're all in this together. We have the same goals. I'm not going to do well. These other guys aren't going to do well. You can't get away from that very long, and still be in business. So this has been easy, and it's been easy because we're all nice people. These women that dedicate their lives to the women in their community, to lift these women up, help them to acquire the habit of exercise, get control of the weight and health. They're passionate about the customer, about the product, and it's easy for me to be passionate about them. And I'm just really proud of the relationship, and I'm excited. I think it's going to set an example for the franchise world out there. And we don't always agree on everything, but we disagree very pleasantly, and there's always common ground there somewhere, and it sure makes it fun to hang out with your friends and people with a common interest and that have the same goals as you. There's a couple of principles I want to share with you. They're biblical principles. The first one is the law of honesty, and it's simply stated to tell the truth as best you can. Honesty is a great thing. The law of integrity, which is to do what you say as best you can. There's a third law, which is the law of greatness. He who would be greatest would be the servant of others. And if you show up to serve, you're never going to lack for customers. And if you put all these three together, then you end up with another biblical principle, the law of unity. And it's simply stated that when two or more agree, they can go much further together than they can as individuals. And you can't have unity if you don't trust each other, if you don't serve and you have your priorities in order. And I think Curves has held those biblical principles up for people to aspire to know what to expect from each other. And as a result of that, we've become the fastest growing franchise in history, the largest fitness franchise in the world. We're 70 countries with amazing stories of millions of women whose lives are better because of Curves and because of these thousands of women like Mary Ellen here that they go to work every day and make a difference in people's lives. So I'll tell you, this is certainly not my award, it's our award. And I'm proud of this organization and these great people. And there's so many of you have Curve stories out there. How many of your mother belong to Curve Fishing? I can't see your hands through the lights, but I'm sure there's a lot of hands out there. Curve's has been a great experience and will continue to be because of people like you. And I want to thank this organization for recognizing us. This is a great thing you're doing. People need to hear good stories. They need to hear about acts of kindness and good relationships. And I think all of us are going to have a great future because we have our values in the right place. Anyway, thank you guys very much. Thank you.
Fourth overtime.
Stand by, Gary.
By the way,
It's fair to say.